this morning. Encourage us with your word this morning. Speak life into our spirit. Speak love into our bodies. In the name of Jesus Christ. Move among us. Move among us. Move among us. Release your power. Release your breath. Release your glory. In the name of Jesus Christ. We worship you this morning. Exalt yourself in the midst of your people. Take all the glory. Take all the honor. In Jesus' name we are praying. Amen. Hallelujah. Shall we be seated? You're welcome to the presence of God in the name of Jesus. Quickly, let's go to the scriptures. We're right in John 14:27 already, where it says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid." If you read from verse 1 of that same chapter of John 14, it says, "Let not your heart be troubled. Ye believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may be also." I'm talking on the title that says, "His coming is at hand." His coming is at hand. Revelation 3:11 says, "Behold, I come quickly. Hold fast that which you have." It's very easy to be carried away as Christians. It's very easy to lose the consciousness of our goal. It's very easy to forget what this is all about. This is not all about prosperity. This is not all about coming to church to be blessed. This is not coming to church so that you can increase your riches. This is not coming to be entertained. The goal is heaven. If you worship and praise and we are not able to make it, we are of all men most miserable. His coming is at hand. If you read in Matthew 24, it tells you everything you need to know about this time we are in. Disciples came to him. They said, "How can we know that the end is near?" Jesus did not hide that from them. This was one of the few occasions where he did not speak in response to their questions in parables. He went straight. He did not give them a parable and gave them room to begin to decipher the meaning of the parable. He spoke in simple terms. He said, "Take heed that no man," in verse 4, he said, "Take heed that no man deceive you." He said, "For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many." Verse 6 says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars." It's only a couple of days that the tension between the north and the south was so high. Anybody who lives in Seoul and you have family in the United States, you will know how many calls you received about what's going on between the north and the south. The rhetoric was high. There was every tendency that anything could happen at any time. If you are in the military, you will know that the posture changed. It was no longer business as usual. Everybody was ready to fight. The second part of verse 6 says, see that ye be not troubled. He said there will be wars and rumors of wars. But see that ye be not troubled. Jesus said, make an effort. Ensure that you are not troubled by these wars and rumors of wars. For all these things must come to pass. When we see what's going on, when we hear about what's going on, there is no day you will turn on the news and you will not see something heartbreaking. In Finland, in Barcelona, on the streets of Syria, Damascus, Raqqa, in Mosul, Iraq, in Maiduguri, Nigeria, in Somalia, in Venezuela, in Colombia. In every part of this world, there is crisis of some sort going on. People are blowing up. People are going to the marketplaces, blowing up children and women. What does that tell us? Rather than begin to fret and fidget and see our lives in peril, Jesus says, see that you be not troubled. Paul said to die is gain. Because when you have an assurance of where you're going, when you die, you will not be troubled. He said, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Verse 11 says, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. People no longer go to church today to have a relationship with God. People are running around looking for miracles. Are there signs and wonders happening? Sign me up. People are not after the thirst for God, the righteousness. Jesus said, seek ye first the kingdom and his righteousness. No, people are no longer seeking after the kingdom and its righteousness. People are looking for miracles. Where it is being prophesied that tomorrow, the money you do not work for will show up in your bank account. That is where people shout hallelujah. When they tell you that the house you did not labor to build, that it will become yours, shout amen. We are after the things that don't go to the great beyond with us. We waste so much time worrying about the things that will not go into 6 feet with us. I've never seen a rich man die and they empty his account to bury him with the cash. I've never seen a rich man die and they bulldoze the house in pieces and stuff it in the coffin. Everything we labor to acquire will remain. Whatever we are fighting to achieve, if the trumpet should sound now, you won't even remember where your wife or husband is. If you're ready, you will fly and leave. And if you're not ready and you're left behind, the chaos that will ensue will not even allow you to remain sane, not to think about work and money. 22 says, and except those days be shortened, there should be no flesh saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Jesus said, those days shall be shortened. There are many revelations about rapture. Somebody saw the angel with the trumpet ready to blow. Jesus said he will not come until every nook and cranny of the world has received the gospel. And I think there's no part of this world in this internet age that has not heard about Jesus, which means he is ready to come. But when he does come, how is he going to meet you? Are you ready for heaven right now? Are you rapturable right now? What if the trumpet should sound right now? Are we ready? Are we ready? Everything that matters to you right now will no longer matter to you. Everything that appeals to you right now will no longer appeal to you. Everything that you value right now will no longer be valuable. Everything that you so desperately desire right now will cease. The ultimate is heaven. And if heaven is not your goal, if heaven is not your focus, if you're not desirous to make it to heaven, you haven't started. Jesus says, as a thief comes in the night without notice, so shall the coming of the man of the Son of Man be. It's only in Nigeria that I know thieves will first of all write you a letter and tell you that they are coming and tell you to keep money for them. I haven't heard of any other place in the world where that happens. Not because they know that the security system cannot checkmate them. So they know they can get away with that. But in every other same climb where they know they cannot get away with that, they will come suddenly. And Jesus used that analogy to let you know when the thief comes in, you're not prepared. You may be coming out of the bathroom in your tower and they land. That's how unprepared you will be. I've had an encounter with armed robbers before, and it was so unexpected. Jesus said, that's how my coming will be. So as it was in the days of Noah, he said people were drinking and eating, getting married, getting engaged, going on vacations, going on cruises, going to the beach, going to the restaurant, having fun, like a normal day in Sodom. Until it began to rain. And it began to rain some more. And the earth opened up. By the time they realized that it was more than a monsoon, it was too late. And Jesus, so shall it be. All these things will be happening. You'll be making plans for marriage. You'll be planning on how to have children. You'll plan on how to send your children to school. You'll plan on how to change jobs. You'll plan on how to save money. You give yourself target how much money you want to save in 2018. All these things will be going on. But Jesus says, suddenly, my coming will happen. He said there will be two people, and one will be taken, and the other will be left behind. Why would one be taken and the other left behind? Because the heavenly race is an individual race. Your Father's grace does not cover you when it comes to judgment. Your husband's grace does not cover you. It's an individual race. That's why a husband and a wife will be together. One will be taken and the other will be left. The one that is left is the one that is worried so much about the things of the world, like Lot's wife. Holding on to the past. Not letting go of the past. But you claim to be a new creature. But you're still clinging onto your past that you were saved from. That person will be left behind. But when we forget about the past and looking unto the future, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our race. Because when you run a race, you don't run backwards. You run forward. With your eyes on the mark. But Lot's wife was running backwards. Philippians 3:14 says, I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of God in Christ Jesus. Paul said, I press toward the mark for the prize. And what is the prize? Heaven. Heaven is the prize. That was why when it was the end of his time, he said, I have finished the race. I have run the race. I've completed the race. What is remaining is for me to earn my trophy in heaven. There are no trophies on earth. They perish. There are no prizes on earth. They perish. The most prized asset is your family. But the day you will lay in a coffin, you will be laying by yourself. People can cry and hit their heads on the wall because they so much love you. But life goes on. Give them 2 weeks, they will heal. If they say, oh, we cannot live with him, give them 2 weeks. They'll figure out how to survive. That's how much unimportant you are. What's important is what you are in Christ. Because that has to do with eternity. The best you can do here is 120 years. And they will call it a celebration of life. Because you're just 120. But think about eternity. Think about eternity. Think about the lake of fire. The Bible says it burns with sulfur and brimstone. If you're a scientist, you probably have a better idea of what that means. In Revelation 9, it says, men, and in those days men shall seek death, and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them. Talking about people that will be left after the rapture. So they will desire to die. But death itself is in trouble. Because the Bible says that death will be cast into the lake of fire. So people will desire to die. In Revelation 6:15-16 said, people will say to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us, crush me. That's how intense the wrath of God will be. They will say, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sits on the throne. But those who will be there will be glad to stand in the face of him that sits on the throne. But those who don't pay attention to that right now will be scared to stand in the face of him that sits upon the throne. It will be futile for us to sing, you are the Lamb upon the throne. And then when the day comes, we are not able to stand in front of the Lamb that sits upon the throne. See, his wrath, who shall stand? Who shall stand? Luke 23:30 and Hosea 10:8 says the same thing. People will say to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us, cover us. It sounds like tales by moonlight until it becomes a reality. It sounds like made-up story until it becomes a reality. It sounds like something that will happen in a far distant time. Now is our salvation nearer than when we first believed. Jesus says the night is fast spent, the morning is near. And he said, therefore I must do the work of him that sent me while it is day, because the evening, the nightfall is creeping up on me. If nightfall was creeping up on Christ 2,000 years ago, how much closer are we to nightfall? Jesus is coming. He's coming. There is nothing that is left to happen. Nothing anymore. Nothing anymore. Everything Jesus talks about in Matthew 24 has happened. Everything has happened. War. Rumors of war. Famine. The famine even hit California. For months on end, there was no rain. There are places on earth right now where there is famine. Mudslide, typhoon, wars, rumors of war. I've tasted a little bit of war. I was in Iraq for 14 months, and I know what it means to see war up close. What is left to happen? What is left to happen? Jesus is coming. Are you ready? Revelation 22, 11 and 12 says, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. Verse 12. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. Behold, I come quickly. We so much cling on the word of God and say, God is not the son of man that he should lie. But when he says, behold, I come quickly, we say, oh, don't mind him. Yes. In 1 Peter, Peter makes it clear that now people will say, they've been saying, Jesus is coming for the past 2,000 years. Where is the promise of his coming? Peter explains further that it's because God is being patient with us to make sure wherever the gospel has not reached, that the gospel will get there. Because everyone was created in his image, including the terrorists. He still gives them a chance. But I think he has given enough chance. It's about time. If you don't feel that his coming is imminent, you need to be born again. If you don't feel that his coming is at hand, you need to be born again. If you don't know where you're going and you are in the church, you need to be born again. The reason we are all here is not to continue a tradition. Because I was going to church in Nigeria, in the United States. That's why I need to find a church here so I can continue to go to church. If that's your reason, your priority is wrong. If you're coming because you don't want to be called and say, why didn't you come to church today? Just let me go so that 200 people will not call me. Then your priority is wrong. You have to be here because you have a destination in mind. Paul said, for our citizenship is in heaven, where Christ is, seated at the right hand of God. That is where your citizenship is. Not even, Korea even doesn't give you citizenship, even if you're born here. Your citizenship is in heaven.
Hallelujah.
And Paul says, set your mind on things that are above, where Christ is, because that's where you're going. If you're living in Korea and you don't have any intentions whatsoever to remain in Korea, and you want to build a house, you build it where you want to retire to. You move your things back to where you intend to go. We have to fix our mind on things that are above. Because the man above is coming. He is coming. You see, if you are unjust, and you say, don't talk to me. Okay, fine. John says, fine. Go ahead and continue to be unjust. This is what Jesus tells John to tell us. If you're filthy, go ahead, go ahead. If you're righteous, don't give up. If you're holy, don't shift grounds right now. Continue to be holy. Even when it is disappointing to remain faithful and committed to God. Even when it looks as if it does not pay any longer to be a Christian and a child of God. Jesus says, continue to be a child of God.
Amen.
Because I come quickly. I'm not just coming for you, the righteous. I'm coming for everybody. He that is unjust, he that is vile, he that is... I'm coming. But I have two kinds of rewards. It's up to you to choose which reward you get. Because he has already given you a chance. God told Moses, I have chosen, I have set before you life and death. Tell them to choose life. It has to be in our consciousness. God is awakening our consciousness today. What are you doing that may stop you? If it should show up right now. What can stop you? Paul said, nakedness, famine, hunger, peril and danger cannot stop me because I am more than a conqueror. He said, nothing can separate me. What can separate you from the love of God? What can separate you from the love of God? The only thing that can keep you in the love of God is love. When we love one another. The love that gives in expectation of nothing in return.
Amen.
Not the love that gives and expects. Not the love the young men have for women. Not the love the young women have for men. It's the unconditional agape love of God that gives and expects nothing. The love that prays for you when you don't even know. The love that wakes up and begins to think about you and say, God, take care of this young man. Take care of this young woman. Without even you knowing that somebody is praying for you. And love that reaches out and gives. That's an expression. And so we read this one and said, if I speak in the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love, I am only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. If I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, if I give all I possess to the poor and have not love, I am nothing. If I give my body to be born but have not love, I profit nothing. Jesus said he was coming and he will receive us unto himself, so that where he is, there we will be also. Shall we rise? What can stop you? What can stop you? All eyes closed, all heads bowed. What can stop you? He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. I had a dream. I don't know if it's a dream or a revelation. I think it's a revelation. There was so much chaos. I told somebody. There was so much chaos. People were running into the bush. People were running to hide. There was confusion. People were running. People were saying, "Save me." People were running, looking for a place of safety. But there was no place of safety. I stood where I was. I was wondering. People were running helter-skelter, looking for safety. There was no safety. And I woke up. What can stop you? Talk to God right now. Talk to God right now. What can stop you? What have you been chasing after? To the detriment of your focus on heaven. What have you been running after? If you spend all these years in the church, if you spend all these dollars and won in the church, if you walk in the rain to come